With Jungle and Grace, and this is my Etsy shop, and I sell printables and organizational templates of different kinds for business, for service-based businesses, entrepreneurs. I eventually want to start making faith-based products and things to just kind of help you manage your life and work and help you with your productivity and just maintaining the pursuit of the lifestyle that you want through keeping organization going and personalizing that organization. So I want to show you today how to use Canva if you've never used it. So I'm going to shift this screen over a little bit. Oh, Siri, go away. And when you purchase from me or others, when you click on this button, you should be able to get to a purchases bar, and you'll see the different things that you purchased from different people. And you'll see a little bar that a button that you can click on for your download. You'll also receive an email with that same information. So what happens? You're gonna download and save that PDF, and you just click on it and open it. Mine has a couple pages. Some people have less, some people have more. Here you'll find some social media links and special message from me, a chart on how to use your template. If you're watching this video, more than likely you've clicked on this in step number 2, which is bringing you to this video as we speak. And this is all the information on basically just how to upload it and prepare to use Canva. But I want to show you how to actually use Canva today. The third page is going to be the one you really want, which is the page that says, "Thanks again. Thanks for shopping, Jungle and Grace." And I've got for you here, for this specific listing, which is my chore chart, one of my teen chore charts. It's got an A4 version right here and a US letter version. I've left you buttons and links to access them. So this is going to probably open up a different browser, so just give me just a second. But I'm going to click on one of these, and I don't want it to open there. I'm actually going to bring it over to the other browser. Close this browser. I don't want this browser at all. So I'm going to put it here. You won't have to do this part. This is just me just trying to stay consistent. And I'm not going to tell you anything. Just hang on tight for me. Okay, I'm logging in. And because I clicked on the button, it's already imported itself into my Access here. So what I want to do, just to give you some options on how to take care of this for yourself, I'm going to first and foremost, you don't have to do this step, but I'm going to do this step really quick. So I'm going to back out and click the little, I don't know if people call it a hamburger, but it's the 3 little lines on the top left. I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to go to Home. Now, I have that here. I'm going to make a version that I want to edit just so I don't tamper with the original. So I'm going to click the 3 little buttons, and I'm going to say make a copy, which you might want to do as well. Every time I purchase from someone from Etsy, like for example right here, this is something I purchased from someone else. I keep the original, but I make a copy. Make a copy. That way I can use the copy to make all my mistakes on and my learning with, and have the original by itself without having to go and upload that PDF file again. So anyway, here's the copy. I'm going to open the copy up, and this is the one we're going to fool around with. So we've learned how to download the PDF. We've learned how to use the PDF to open up the file. And we made sure that we're not going to edit the original one that we got. We're just going to edit the one that we made a copy of. So a couple features in here that are really fun. So for example, in the beginning, what I like to do is I like to duplicate the page. That way I can reference it. And from here, you can have the option to do a few things. The first thing I'm going to show you is how to change your fonts. So I clicked on this right here. I'm going to change that to a different font. And let's scroll down and see what some of our options are. A lot of these are ones that I use for my business, my day job business. And I'm going to click on that one. That looks nice. It's a little big. I can make it as big or small as I want. And I can change what's here. So with this particular chore chart product I made with my son in mind, because we needed to come up with a chore chart for some of the activities that he's got to keep up with at home, so that way he can manage home and play as much as I can rely on him to do what he needs to do, and I can give him more flexibility. And this seems to help. And down here, you'll notice that there's a key. This is a little bit of a side note. The reason why I like to use this kind of a key, I actually, if you like that, I just made them with individual lines. Let me scroll down. These are just little lines. These aren't symbols. I can ungroup, and you'll see here that they're just little lines. So I'm going to undo that. So sometimes you'll kind of create your own graphics, so to speak. Group. I'm going to put that right back where it was. There you go. Now with this key, you can make whatever key you want. You can use other little symbols. You can go into elements and do whatever you want here. I'm going to bring this back to size so we can see what we're doing here. So back to what we're doing. So let's just say I want to change the colors now. Let's just say we already dealt with fonts. Now I want to change the color of the font. I double click and I go to here to text color, and there's two things I can do. I can use their default ones. I can click this open and play with the color bar. See, I can drag that back and forth. Let's just say I want to go with blue. And I want to pick a random purpley blue cyan color. Well, that's kind of pretty. We'll keep that. It's almost purple. That's one way to do it. But let's just say there's a picture I like, and I want to input the code to the color that I got from a picture that I like. Let's make an example of that. So for example, my desktop on my computer is this really pretty backdrop of these flowers. I happen to have it saved. So let me pull up a different website that you might, this is a little advanced, but you might have fun with this. I like to go to Adobe Color Wheel, and I like to generate the codes to some of the colors in my favorite pictures that I find on the internet. You can go to Pinterest, you can find something you already have. You're going to go to a button here called Extract Theme. You click on that, you'll drag and drop your file. So I'm going to open up this file I have full hanging around over here. Let's see if we can find it. Oh, here we go. This is the original file. See, there it is. I'm just going to take it and I'm going to drag it and I'm going to drop it. Very cool. We're already picking up some colors. So let's just say, I'm just going to casually just fool around here. Put my little circle icons just wherever the mood strikes. Okay, now I've got these colors. Let's just say I really like this blue or this pink. Actually, we already used blue. Let's use pink. Right here's that little code. I can double click on it and it's already copied to my clipboard, or I can hit right click copy, right? Then go close that, come back to where we were, and I can go back to these codes right here, and I can double click, right click, paste, hit enter, and now I've got my pink. Okay, so it didn't translate that well. I don't quite like how that looks. That's okay. We'll come back here and say, do I want to go more pink, more peach, more red? I kind of like that peachy color. Let's go there. That's kind of fun. So let's just say I've got this document, right? And I want to remove things. Let's just say I don't need this column. I can touch it and delete it. Everything that I make for you on Etsy is going to be unlocked, so you can edit to your heart's content. If you would like to lock something, you basically just collect this. You run your cursor over it, and you hit the three little buttons, and you scroll down to this where it says lock. See how I can click on it, I can try to drag it, nothing happens. But if I touch it again, I can click unlock, unlock, and now I can move it if I want to. So these little lines are helpful, by the way, to keep things in alignment. You can have fun with that. I do all the time. Now let's just say I'm going to go back a bit and leave it the way it was. Let's just say I've got more than one kid and I want to give them all a different chore chart, make it different. I can make a couple more copies of that. See how I made 2 copies? Let's just say I've got a boy and a girl and I want to make them drastically different. Let's just say I want to make this chart for Charlotte. I'm going to use my niece and my nephew as examples. My niece, Charlotte, who's little, and she's very princessy, like princess to the max. Actually, let's do this. Let's call this chore chart. She's too young for chores, but that's okay. We're just going to have fun. See, right here, I'm going to change the size. Scroll down. And then here, I'll just replace the word with her name. Look at that. All right, I'm really customizing it to what I need now, which is really what I want for you. I want you to be able to fool around. See, look at that. It looks kind of fun. Let's just make that a different color just because why not? We're already here. There you go. Fun. Cool, cool, cool. Same thing with the other one. I'm going to actually delete it. I'm going to do something fun here. So you can actually copy and paste from one page to the next. So I'm going to take that, copy, paste, and I'm going to drag it down to this document. Same thing here. Copy, paste, scroll down. Now I'm going to use this for my nephew. So I'm going to change the colors to be something more what I think he would like. He is really into soccer and boxing and all kinds of things, right? And then I'm going to change the name. Cameron. Oh, Cameron's chart. And let's just say we'll change the font for him too, because he's a different breed of taste. He's not quite so girly as Charlotte is. Okay, it's not gorgeous, but you get the point. You can make this big or small, whatever. You can change the graphics. Now that's a whole other conversation. So these are grouped together. I can ungroup them and individually move them. These are just individual graphics that have been sized and moved to look like bullet points, right? But let's just say I don't like them. Let's just say I want to get rid of them. We can do that. And let's find under elements over here. Let's find, ooh, I have an idea. Let's go to Cameron's chart. Let's remove these bullet points and use soccer balls instead. And I can shrink that down to make little tiny icons. See, look at that. I can even shrink them down even more. Move it over. I could take this and copy and paste it, make more than one, and so on and so forth. See that now I'm really, really having fun here. So for whatever your purposes are, you really have full range to do what you want. You can do anything. You can add a background if you want. So let's just say we want to add a background to Charlotte's chart here. I'm going to go back to elements, which, by the way, if you have a Canva Pro account, this is so much fun and it's so easy and you get access to so much. So I'm just going to have a little fun here and I'm going to create a background. So actually I should show you this. Let me show you how to change the color of the background. So tap anywhere on the background and then come over here to where it says background color. I don't know if you could see it on your screen, but it says background color. I tap the little box and again, like before, I could change the color. So let's just say I want to do pink or I can do off-white, do white. I could do an ombre. I don't know if this is a pro feature or not, but this has an ombre. Oh, that's fun. It's really fun. Let's just say I want to make that bold so I could see that more. Oh no, that's already bolded. I could change the size of that. And let's just say I want to add a background. So let's go back to white. And this will be one of the last couple things I'm going to show you today. I know this video is getting a little long, but I want to really make sure that you feel confident to have a good time with this. So let's just say I found these stars, right? I randomly found this and I'm going to expand it. Now, these stars are definitely in my way. They're on top of everything. So I can come up here and click the position button and that opens up this little chart, this little menu. And up here, it'll say forward to front, backward to back. I want to bring it to the farthest back I can go. So I'm going to hit to back. And then it's still a little strong. So I'm going to come over here where these little checkerboard thing. I'm going to tap that. That's the transparency function. So I'm going to actually scroll that down. And as you can see, the stars kind of go away and come back. So I'm going to go really soft like that. That's perfect. Oh, how cute is that? See, this is why I really like making very, very simple, minimalistic designs so that you can go in there and have a good time. But I really do need to make some options like this to put in the listings. That way you guys can see like the fun you can have. So the last thing I'm going to show you is how to share, download, or print. So let's just say you're happy with this and you're like, okay, I'm happy. I want to download it as it is and I want to print it, put it on the wall. You can, there's no place where it says download anywhere. the way to do that is to click this button that says share. You tap on share. You can email it to somebody who's on a team, but I think that might be a pro function. You don't really want to do that. You can do a public view link. You could download. So if you just want to send someone a link to this, you could just copy and paste the link, put it in a separate email. I think that's a pain. You could share on social media. If, let's say you made your own thing. You can't use mine because it's copyrighted, but you can make your own and you could share on social media. I think, again, that's a pro count. There's a lot of options with Canva to do a lot of things. You don't have to be a business owner to enjoy this. So here's where you'll decide what kind of file you're going to download. For the purposes of this document, we're going to basically export it as a PDF standard. I don't bother with this one PDF print unless I'm doing like business cards or postcards for my business. So I go straight to here to PDF standard. I click on that and I get the option, a few different options here, but the one I'm going to have you focus on is here. So let's just say I've got 3 pages, but I only want the one. I could unclick the all pages option and click this one. Now let's just say, for the sake of what it's like to have more than one file, let's just go ahead and click on all 3 of them. Done. Download. And you're going to decide where these files are going to go now on your computer. So just give it a minute, give it a minute. Okay. If you download, okay, there we go, here we go. So I can change the name. So I'm going to call this Kids Chore Charts for 2024 for high school. You could say grade 3, whatever you want. I'm going to just call this Charlotte because it's just an easy name for me to remember. And I'm going to go to wherever I want to go. So for example, I'm going to go to desktop. I'm going to click save and you're going to see it pop up right here. And now when I open it, it's just a PDF document. I can print it from here. So anyway, I hope this is helpful to you. Thank you again if you purchased from my Etsy shop. I hope that you had fun. I'm sorry this was a long video, but I wanted to make sure you had some basic skills to play with. I hope you guys have a great day. Be blessed and happy designing. Bye.